Engineers report. Dan?
Nothing additional, you have my report. The Traditions of America project, there was a kickoff meeting last week,
A pre-construction meeting related to Traditions of America, which is the 346 unit development over off of Pond Road. So that's a good sign. They're ready to go on that.
Yeah, 750 people there.
Yeah, they had I guess they had a party or something that they were introducing people to the plan. So I'm sure that's going to go very fast. That's probably the biggest item to report on last month, other than normal items in my report. Oh, I did, Cindy, I'm sorry. There was one other item that I did want to bring up and get the board's input. We had been asked about Depaoli Road and the intersection there, and as it relates to the Windsor Woods project. And so we developed a plan. Can I zoom in there a little bit to make it more clear? So in conjunction with Bill and Bill Waterroy and Ron Flair was out with us the day we ride in the field. We took a look at North Depaoli. The developer had committed of Windsor Woods. If you recall, that development was done as a previously through PRD, so we had nothing formally that we could require him to do at this intersection, but he did volunteer to improve this intersection here, to push the road over and do about the first 50 feet of the road and then taper this back in. And looking at the project more comprehensively, and the road can be widened to 24 feet, the intersection pushed over, it would scale back to 22 feet here, it goes to 21 as it comes through the tunnel, and then it would, I think we maintain 21 the whole way out. I'm looking at Joe and Bill to shake their head. There's some drainage improvements that need to be completed here along the road. We need a couple easements to take care of those. But this is the comprehensive plan for improvement to the road. The developer has committed to doing one of two things. He'll either make his part of the improvement down here, or he'll contribute $20,000 that he's committed, plus he gave us the surveying and he paid for the engineering of this plan. Or we wait and get some of this other work done. And next year we bid this as a part of the road program, because Bill wants to pave the road all the way up to King Edward, up to the entrance to Windsor Woods. And it's my understanding too that Range Resources may be available to do part of this work. So I just wanted to let the board know we had a comprehensive plan, and if you agree that we should wait to do it comprehensively in the spring of next year, it makes most sense. So if you did get asked questions, there is a plan for it.
Is that staying entirely within the township right away, not infringing on that piece of property?
Yeah, everything's within the right of way. We have to do a little driveway adjustments here, but that's normal. The only place where we would be taking an easement would be just to get this drainage into this property, across this property and into the water course here and here.
I have one thing to add to this, Dan. Tomorrow, I've coordinated with South Bend for their bucket truck down there. We're going to take those trees out at the railroad overpass down there, and we're going to dig excavate a couple of test holes there, try to determine top of footing of that railroad abutment to determine if we have the room to widen that through the trestle. It appears that we do.
Right.
But we'll do some test holes tomorrow. I'll do an in-house in conjunction with some equipment from South Bend to determine that. The one call has cleared, and this is preliminary investigative work that must be performed before we proceed with the design of that road.
Right, and the other part of this is there's two Verizon poles that need to be moved.
Right.
So that'll cost money. We could actually use the developer's money if he goes to move the poles. prior to next year too. So we just want to give the board an update, and we'll continue to come back to you as things progress. But if that sounds like a plan, that's the way we'll proceed.
Dan, I wasn't done. That area of the right of way that we're not,
On this side,
no, the other side,
okay?
yeah, right there, that area, we're not encroaching there to even push it further is because of that radius.
The radius is the pinch point right there.
Right, so
If we got a little bit of,
exactly, if we went right to the right of way without taking any of their property on their width, the radius, it'll benefit them because any state plan that lot ever gets, we're gonna make them go off of Depaoli Road. They're not gonna go off the state road for permits to benefit that property if it's a better site distance. So it looks like we're giving up like 10 or 15 feet, we could add another 10 or 15 feet just to avoid that pinch on that radius.
yeah, I mean, there's definitely the ability here to, if we can talk to this person and see if we can widen this out a little bit further. I think that's a great idea. We hadn't considered that, but let us know.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to go as far as we can. The further every foot we get away from that other building, the better the site is.
Okay,
This road puts you out pretty far from we stood there and you can see all that 50.
We still, all that property's dead space now. We might as well gain it.
yeah, we'll see what we can do. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Dan, what is the dollar amount that the developer, Windsor Woods, willing to commit to this?
He's willing to commit $20,000 in cash right away.
I mean, that's not a lot of money for the amount of work that needs done there. I thought we had a meeting that they were willing to do whatever we wanted to do. I thought that was said here maybe a month ago or so.
No, we had a meeting with the developer. We were going to develop a comprehensive plan. I mean,
Okay.
so what he had agreed to, he said, I'll do whatever you want me to do, but I'm committed to doing the work at the intersection. He's responsible for moving it over at the intersection. That's what he agreed to. We don't have anything in writing with him, Frank, because this was a previously approved plan. He's not even obliged to do anything.
I feel between Range Resources and a developer, I mean, they should upgrade and put substantial amount of money into upgrading this road here.
I don't disagree with you. I heard about Range. Nobody's even, I don't know if Dawn had a chance to talk to them yet.
Not in depth, no.
But we'll go over it with them and come back to you. Understood.
Thank you.
At this point, I say we just table it until you have this
Oh, yeah,
conversation.
I just want to give you an update on it.
Yeah.
We'll move forward with our investigation, all the field work.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Solicitor's report.
Thank you. We've spent a lot of time this month working with the manager and the engineer on a variety of issues, including right-to-know requests and appeals, a bunch of PRDs, reviewing various agreements, reviewing ordinances. I still have to get to this board our draft changes to the rezoning portion of your UDO that I promised you at the last meeting, so that is coming, giving various legal opinions as needed. Two substantive issues I'd like to report to the board on. One is that the Clement sale property has closed, so that one is now complete. Also, I was in Commonwealth Court on Friday on the South Point Crown Castle relocation argument. The argument is now done, and we are waiting for the Commonwealth Court's decision on that matter. Thank you.
Thank you. So Board of Supervisors discussion of new business on, I forget what day it is, last week. Friday? Last week? When did we go Lawrence Sewage? Friday. Yeah. Anyway, Friday of last week, this board met with the Cecil Township Municipal Authority related to the sewage project in Lawrence. We've been waiting for them to kind of get a second opinion from another engineer. They finished that process, met with us. I can only speak for myself. I would encourage the other board members to speak up, but I think we finally see a light at the end of the tunnel. I was very encouraged that this was a plan that we could definitely move forward with, up to the fact where they are actually going to start the process of looking into financing so that they can have some hard numbers for the people in Lawrence and tell them about tap-in fees, monthly costs, and those sort of things. The meeting, we kind of pushed them on having a public meeting to update the people of Lawrence so that they could hear themselves from the municipal authority, and they said that once they got that financing in place, they would feel comfortable meeting early next year. So I would anticipate end of December, end of January. that there will be a public meeting for the residents of Lawrence about moving forward with the sewage project. Anybody have anything else to add? Okay.